All right, welcome back to another episode of the Investing with TJ show. Now, oh my gosh, if this is not a bullish setup for gold this coming week, I don't know what is. This is probably one of the clearest things I've seen for some time. What exactly am I talking about? Well, obviously, we're not looking at a chart of gold. We are looking at a chart of Bitcoin. And as you guys know, during this week, we've been having this Art Basel thing. Peter Schiff has been tweeting about it. He's been there. A lot of people in Bitcoin, NFTs have been going down to Miami talking about Bitcoin. And essentially yesterday, while all that stuff was going on, we had huge liquidations in Bitcoin. Take a look here. We were pretty much as high as 54,000 starting on Friday. And we got as low as 42,000. That's over a $12,000 drop in one day. Now, for those who keep saying that Bitcoin is a safe haven, you can't say that when the volatility is that drastic. That is an insane range for any asset. And also, it basically speaks to the quality of inflows in that asset. And we'll get into that. But basically, what am I saying? Why do I think that gold will perform well in this situation coming next week? Well, as you can see right now, let me bring up gold here, actually. As you can see, and it's going to show up here soon. But as you can see here with gold, yesterday we had a bullish engulfing candle that developed already on its own. I'm sure a lot of it had to do with some of the inflows that we got from Bitcoin yesterday, which is what I mentioned in one of the videos as we saw some weakness in Bitcoin. And that allowed gold to really gain some momentum again. But, drawing that to its logical conclusion after the spot market closed and we saw Bitcoin prices plummet dramatically, it's my view that we will continue to see gold push higher. Why do I say that? Well, again, relying on actual statistics, I use a multiple regression with my model. That's what it's basically based on. Yesterday, I had Bitcoin at 53,800. This is one of the inputs for my model. But look at what happens when I put in around the current price of Bitcoin, which is around 48,000. So you got 48000. And take a look here before I press anything. We are currently at 1777 in the lower limit, 1884 in central, upper limit 1991. Let's see what happens when we go down to 48,000 in Bitcoin. That brings the lower limit up to 1806, central limit to 1913, upper limit to 2020. And I didn't touch anything over here yet. That means dollar futures are, still at 96. We still have, obviously M2 where it is, GLD volume based on what we had in November. And I have other metrics over here. But as far as the movement in Bitcoin, that in and of itself has lifted my, my targets here for my prediction model. So in my view, according to this, we will at least see us possibly getting back over 1800 next week. Who knows when it'll happen? But if this continues, if we maintain 48,000 Bitcoin, then I expect to see us getting above 1800 next week for gold. Now, I even tweeted this, and for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, you definitely want to, because I actually have an easier time making a tweet than making a video, obviously. So I've been tweeting a lot, even in real time when we saw all this Bitcoin stuff going on. I was tweeting about gold and silver relative to it. But take a look at this. This guy named David Hunter, who is a really great person to follow on Twitter as well. He said, at the risk of being attacked by those who like to drive using the rearview mirror, I think we are beginning to see the reversal in gold and silver that I said we'd likely see this week. He tweeted this before all the carnage happened in Bitcoin. This guy, Bor Capital, tweeted this today and said, I have to be honest, I have 100% given up on gold and silver. I think they're about to crash or go nowhere. I am not selling. However, I'm focusing on other investments, so on and so forth. I tweeted this in response and said, I think gold and silver are poised for at least one more run. What's prevented gold from running up aggressively in 2021, partly large inflows into Bitcoin and I can actually tweet this kind of stuff without getting flagged. If I say it on YouTube, then my video might get throttled a little bit, getting in the way. If the bleed in Bitcoin continues, I expect to see gold rise. And that's what I'm telling you guys right now. But I was able to tweet that quicker than I am able to make a video. So if you want to get those kinds of thoughts, definitely follow me at Investing with TJ on Twitter. And also, if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and please hit the like button. So what exactly caused Bitcoin to crash so aggressively? Well, take a look at this article. It explains it, and it's actually pretty sad because I see a lot of this kind of, language on Twitter quite a bit from a lot of these Bitcoin whales and Bitcoin pushers. But basically, this article, Bitcoin falls by a fifth, cryptos see 1 billion worth liquidated. Now, let's scroll down to what I want to talk about, and it's this thing right here. Whales in cryptos, in this crypto space seem to have transferred coins to trading venue, taking advantage of a bullish bias and leverage from retail traders to then push prices down. So the bullishness that has been continuously pumped into the Bitcoin space was taken advantage of, and there are a lot of people who have gone on margin to buy Bitcoin and basically dropped it down. If you don't believe me, take a look at what some people tweet regarding Bitcoin. Now, I enjoy doing this a lot. I basically will bookmark a lot of these crazy tweets, these fanatical tweets that I'll see regarding Bitcoin. And you can see why people maintain a bullish bias. Take a look at what Michael Saylor said a couple days ago. Ask not what Bitcoin can do for you, ask what you can do for your Bitcoin, which is essentially probably one of the most cultish things I've read in a while. So it's almost kind of like, don't look at your asset as, helping you out. You got to help your asset out, meaning keep pumping money into Bitcoin. You got this person saying, don't be a Charlie Munger, be a Michael Saylor, which is this guy who I just, read up here. Someone said, God help those poor souls who panic sold their hard-earned Bitcoin for fiat today. It's just like the things that people say regarding Bitcoin. It's almost like this its own religion to a degree. So back to the main purpose of this video, gold will definitely be supported by the Bitcoin bleed, as I've been calling it. And again, if you want to get this forecast model, because on days like today, where we have the spot market ending, but the crypto market is pretty much going on, you can basically start to plug in numbers and say, okay, where could we possibly be given the fact that Bitcoin has dropped? You can actually get my gold forecast model here, and you can actually mess with those numbers yourself, and also play around with numbers such as where you might think the dollar futures will go, what GLD might be, what M2 might be, and it'll be reflected here in the forecast. So please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Thanks again for watching. It's TJ.